Oh, munchies. I miss you guys, first graders. Did you guys know that there's only 2 weeks left at our homeschool learning? And then you're officially second graders. So I won't be able to call you my little firsties anymore. Oh my goodness, that makes me so excited that you guys are moving on to be big second graders. Like, you guys have worked so hard this year, and I'm very proud of each and every one of you who's just about ready for second grade. These next 2 weeks, we are going to learn a few more things to get you ready for second grade, and then you'll be second graders. Awesome! I'm so excited. So today, here we are in week 6 of our homeschool learning, yay! And you'll see in math that we are going to be counting money. So we're gonna be doing that for the next 2 weeks so that we really get an idea of what money is and how much it's worth. Because we know all those coins, right, that we see mom and dad with, and you guys have some coins, and maybe you get it from the tooth fairy and stuff like that. We need to make sure that we know how much all of that money is worth so that when we go to the store, we know how much to pay, all right? So let's start with counting money right now. All right, the first coin we have is called a quarter. The quarter was my favorite coin when I was a kid because a quarter is what you use to get gumballs and to put in the little machines to get little prizes and stuff like that. So quarters were the best. So a quarter is worth a quarter of a dollar. And remember, oh, where's my dollar? Oh, where is my dollar? Oh, where is my dollar? Oh, where, 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 oh, where is my dollar? I can't find my poor dollar. Okay. You know, you would think Miss Darcy would be able to find her stuff. I have this room set up with all my teaching stuff, and do you know it's just about as messy as my desk and my classroom? So you would think I'd be able to find my dollar that I cut up, but I can't. So, ooh, you guys are gonna like this. You'll remember that a quarter is a quarter of a dollar. So if we have half of a dollar, that's half a dollar, right? That's 50 cents. If we have a quarter of a dollar, we need to make this dollar into 4 pieces. So to make it into 4 pieces, I'm going to cut it again. Now I'm cutting through the magnet. I loved when I did this in class and you guys were like, don't do it, Miss Darcy. It was so cute. So here we go. This is not magnetic like my one at school, unfortunately. But now that we have $1 cut up into 4 pieces, we know that, let me speed this up a bit. There we go. We know that a quarter would be a quarter of a dollar. And if a dollar is worth, how many pennies is a dollar worth, do you think? How many cents? A dollar is 100 cents. And if a dollar is worth 100 cents, half of a dollar would be half of 100. And half of 100 is 50. So half of a dollar would be 50 cents. And then a quarter of a dollar is half of 50, right? Because a quarter of a dollar is half of this half. So that would be half of 50 would be 25. Because 25 plus 25 is 50. Or 25 times 2 is 50. Therefore, a quarter is worth 25 cents. So when you're buying that yummy gumball, you're paying 25 cents. All right, so the quarter we know is 25 cents, or a quarter of a dollar. Now we're going to do the dime. So the dime is the smallest coin, but it's not worth the least amount of money. You would think that the smallest coin would be worth the least amount of money, right? The lower amount, but it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. So a dime is actually worth, how much do you think it's worth? Oops. It's worth 10 cents. And if you haven't seen this before. I think you learned this in kindergarten, so this should be review. But this is that symbol or that little sign that we use that means cents. Remember, a symbol is something that means something else. So this is our symbol that we use to say cents, so that we don't have to write out the word cents. So 10 cents is the same as 10, or a little piece. So how do I say this? 10, you know how we have 1 10, and if we have 10 tens, it makes 100? Well, remember that our dollar is 100 cents. So 10 cents is 1 10 out of 10 tens. So how am I going to cut up my dollar to show you 1 10 out of 10 10? What do you think? I'm going to have to cut it up into 10 different pieces, aren't I? Like this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My dollar is cut up into 10 pieces. So a dime is like one of these little pieces. But if you try to pay for something in the store that costs 10 cents, do you think they're going to take a little piece of your dollar? No, that's why we have coins, so that we can pay for things that cost less than $1. So instead of cutting up your dollar like I just did, you would pay with a dime. So the other day I was at Walmart and I bought some corn on the cob, and a lot of things don't ever cost 10 cents, right? But I found those little end things for your corn to stick in, so you don't have to use your fingers that stick in there. Eat your corn. They were 10 cents. So I bought a bunch. Awesome. So there are things that still cost 10 cents, right? But usually you use them in addition to your dollars. Like if something costs $1.10, then you have your dollar and 10 more cents. So remember that smallest coin is worth 10, and you need 10 dimes to make $1, because you need 10 tens to make 100 cents, right? Awesome. Next up, we have the nickel. The nickel is actually bigger than the dime, but it's worth half of what a dime is worth. So if it's worth half of what a dime is worth, what's half of a dime? Well, we can't cut the dime in half, right? What is half of a dime? What plus what makes 10? Let's sing our song. 10 plus 0, 9 plus 1, 8 plus 2, isn't this fun? 7 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 5 and 5 make 10. So if 5 and 5 make 10, then half of 10 is 5. So our awesome nickel is worth 5 cents. So you would need exactly double of how many dimes you would need to make $1. So if you need 10 dimes to make $1, what's double of 10? What comes right after 10 if we're counting by tens? 10, 20, because 10 plus 10 is 20. So we would actually need 20 nickels to get $1. So nickels are worth how many cents? 5 cents. So if I was buying my little corn ender things for my corn on the cob, I would need 2 nickels to pay for it, right? Actually, I need a few pennies too because of tax, but yeah, we won't talk about that right now. So if I was going to cut up my dollar, I could just cut it right down the middle, because that would give us exactly double the amount, because then this would be cut in half and we'd have 20 pieces of our dollar instead of 10. So remember that this guy with Monticello, Thomas Jefferson on it, is our nickel. And the last coin we're going to go over today is our penny. Does anybody think that if you find a penny and it's heads up, you get good luck all day? I always thought that as a kid. And still to this day, if I find a penny and it's heads up, I'll pick it up. Find a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck. Do you guys know that one? Find a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck. Some people say it has to be heads up. But Max the other day, he found a penny and he was like, oh, I don't get good luck. It's heads down. I'm like, dude, you're lucky anyway, because I'm your mom. Just kidding. So a penny, I think you all know, is worth 1 cent. So 1 cent. It's worth the least amount of money than all of our other coins. And I like this one because you automatically know how much you need to make $1 without doing any math at all. Because if it's worth 1 cent, how many pennies do you need to make $1? 100 because a dollar is 100 cents. So you need 100 pennies to make $1. That's a lot of pennies. So, did you guys enjoy learning about coins today? Let me show you about our bills as well. And I promise I won't cut any more out. So our bills are awesome because they say how much they are right on them, really big, easy peasy. So we have our dollar bill right here, our $5 bill, our $10 bill, and our $20 bill. So just so that you know what these look like, because eventually we'll be able to add like a $5 bill to our coins. And we'll be practicing that later, but mostly in second grade we'll learn more about that. And as the years go by in grades, you'll learn more and more about counting money. And you can also count at home just to learn. I used to love counting quarters, of course, because you can buy gumballs. All right, let's go ahead and get out our schedule. That's what it's called. And you'll see that it says money packet on here. Now, what I want you to do is in your math packet, you have 3 money packets. If you have more, let me know. I don't think you should have more, but you should have 3. Now, these 3 are the ones we're going to be doing next week. But for today, it says a money packet, which is this guy right here. So I want you to just do the first page because the rest of it we're doing next week to kind of review money. So this is going to be your money packet you do today. See, it says color by coin, but you're only going to do 1 page. You'll do the rest next week. Sound good? So on this page, you are going to color by coin. And I love starting with this page when we start counting coins because it really lets you see all the coins, the head side and the tail side, and it lets you really recognize them and color them. You really have to make sure not to get your nickel and your quarter confused because they look really similar. And they look really similar in size as well. So if it's a quarter, you're going to color it blue. If it's a dime, you're going to color it green. Nickels color purple, and pennies color yellow. You can use, well, I'd like you to only use crayon because marker might bleed on to this other side. So that is your work for today. Have fun in math today, and I will see you guys for reading. Bye-bye.